Now, let's discuss some important technologies that are no longer supported in NSX 9 and what we should do instead. Okay, because if it is no longer supported, there could be some alternatives should be there, right? So when VMware released NSX 9, their goal was to simplify the platform and focus mainly on environments built on vSphere and VMware Cloud Foundation. Because of this, several older technologies has been removed. Let's look at the key changes one by one. So first is physical server connectivity using the NSX agent. In earlier versions of NSX-T, we can install an NSX agent directly on a physical server. This allows the physical server to join NSX overlay network and behave like a virtual machine. Like normally we'll add NSX segment to virtual machine, right? Similar to that, segments can be added to the physical server as well using this agent. But starting with the NSX 9, this is no longer supported. So here, like you can no longer deploy the NSX bare metal agent on physical servers to connect them to overlay networks. But one feature still remains there uh, related to physical server, that is the distributed firewall. The distributed firewall for physical servers is still supported. So what exactly removed is L2 overlay connectivity. So how do we connect physical servers now? So here VMware recommends using an L2 bridge on an NSX Edge node, because earlier we used agent kind of setup, right? Now they are recommending to use an L2 bridge on an NSX Edge node. In this approach, the physical server connects to a normal VLAN network. Then the NSX Edge node bridges the VLAN network into an NSX overlay network. This allows physical servers and virtual machines to communicate at layer 2 without installing any NSX software on the physical server. So if we previously used bare metal transport nodes in NSX-T 3.x, we must redesign our architecture to use Edge L2 bridging before upgrading to NSX 9. So there is also a new option called the distributed tier gateway. Okay, so this bridge introduced in VCF 9. This allows direct VM connectivity to the top of rack switch without an edge node. But for most environments, the standard approach is still the Edge L2 bridge. Now, let's talk about the second change, the N-VDS virtual switch. In earlier NSX-T versions, VMware used a special virtual switch called N-VDS on ESXi host, but this technology has been removed now. So starting from NSX 4.0, which is included in VCF 9. Okay, so ESXi must use the standard vSphere distributed switch, also called VDS. So today NSX integrates directly with the VDS version 7.0 or later. This simplifies networking because NSX networking is now tightly integrated with vCenter and standard vSphere networking stack. N-VDS still exists in a few special cases such as edge node or certain bare metal deployments, but it is no longer used for ESXi host. So before upgrading to NSX 9 from the older version, administrators has to migrate all ESXi transport node from N-VDS to our normal virtual distributed switch. So for this, VMware provides migration tools to help perform this conversion safely in real-time production support. That we'll be discussing it during the NSX 9 class. So after Another important change is related to KVM Hypervisor and OpenStack. Originally, NSX-T supported multiple hypervisors, including KVM, and could integrate with the third-party OpenStack environments. But this strategy has been changed in NSX9, so it no longer supports KVM Hypervisor or third-party OpenStack distributions. The only supported OpenStack option is VMware Integrated OpenStack. In simple terms, NSX is now fully focused on the VMware ecosystem. Okay. If your environment still runs NSX with KVM host or non-VMware OpenStack platforms, we will not be able to upgrade directly to NSX9. In those cases, we either need to stay on older NSX-T version or redesign the architecture. In VMware Cloud Foundation environments, this is usually it's not an issue because VCF already assumes a vSphere based infrastructure. Another important topic is NSX for vSphere, also known as NSX-V. This older platform has been completely retired, right? So here VMware ended support for NSX-V in early 2022 and it is not included in VCF 9. If any environment is still using NSX-V, it should must migrate to NSX-T before upgrading to newer VCF version 9. So VMware providing a migration tool called Migration Coordinator to help move configuration from NSX-V to NSX-T. Once the migration is completed, the environment can continue upgrading to newer platforms like VCF 9. So to summarize, NSX9 focuses on simplifying the platform and optimizing it for VMware environments. Features that supported multiple platforms or complex integration has been completely removed here, which includes physical server agent for overlay networking, N-VDS switch on ESXi, KVM hypervisor support, and legacy NSX-V platform. So before upgrading to NSX9, administrators should prepare their environments carefully, which includes migrating host networking to VDS, redesigning physical server connectivity using Edge bridging, and ensuring that all workloads run on supported vSphere infrastructure. By planning these changes in advance, customers can move to VMware Cloud Foundation 9 smoothly and benefit from a unified and secure and efficient private cloud platform. So if you are interested in NSX 9 training on VCF 9, then enroll for this training by the WhatsApp number which has been given on this video. So we'll enroll and then we'll start a batch in March 2026 for NSX 9.